Welcome back. My name is Kit.
My name's Madison.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Streaming Things. Today, we're doing a fantasy character draft. Those of you that liked the horror movie villain draft. Those of you that didn't, I'm sorry. Here goes again. Fantasy TV shows and films.
Wait.
And we've made some...
Not football?
Correct.
Shit.
Oh.
Travis Kelce still counts.
Shit.
You can actually put Taylor Swift on your fantasy team now.
All right.
This is the Streaming Things Eras Tour.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
We're officially starting it right now.
I'm really excited about this because now I have a better grasp on how Streaming Things is doing it. Because
So from your perspective, Chris, how did last week go? Because we do have
Terribly.
to announce what happened last week.
Steve won resoundingly, overwhelmingly.
I think I had over half the vote. And then
That's just a one. I had it. You were like 83% winner on Twitter, like 53% on my Instagram, but that's because those are my people, right? Like they were feeling, you put the names on there. So they were like, Kit. A couple people agreed with me. They were like, well, Kit wins, obviously.
I think I voted
he had
for you
5
as
horror
well.
characters. And I was like, yes, a fucking sane person. But this is what happened. The people voting treated it like our teams were fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I got countless DMs. Well, Steve's got all the ranged attacks. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, that is not what we were doing. And the reason I was upset, I am a competitive person, so I just don't like to lose in general. Well, no, there's more to this. I didn't know that about myself
Kid
because
is a sore loser.
I am. Like, I didn't know this about myself because I've never played sports or anything. So I always thought like, I'm chill. I'm not chill. I'm super not fun to play
You were
board games
so
with.
pissed all of Monday.
I'm like verbally abusive during board games, and I'm not proud of this. I'm just like admitting it. I don't like it.
It's just like, it just comes out. It's like,
Yes.
fuck you.
Like my friends are like, all right, let's be really chill this time. And I'm like, of course, we're having fun. And they're like, this is not an of course.
There's so many holes in the wall from all of the punching.
I'm such a Kyle
Like,
during board
shit.
games. So there's that. But also, like it's insulting to my intelligence that people would think I would draft Ghostface. Like I drafted like 4 weak mortals instead of Pinhead or anything I could have drafted. If I was thinking they were fighting, you thought I would pick Ghostface?
Well,
Am I an idiot?
Well, you have to think we have positions on a team and our teams are competing against one another. So it's up to the viewer to interpret how those teams are competing.
No, that's not how games work. You don't watch a football game and then they go, it's up to you guys what you think's going on. There's rules.
But here's the thing, like we can stand up here all day and say, we're doing this way. But if you put a poll online, half the people haven't even seen it.
Funny you say
they're
that.
interpreting it however they interpret it.
Because I listened back to the pod, and this is me being super sore loser. There was a point where I was trying to say they're not fighting, and I got cut off because it's a pod where we're all having fun talking, and I never circled back to it, and I found that so tragically funny.
Well, it's also tragically funny because when I pitched the idea, like I'm pretty sure I was saying who has the best team, and I meant it that they were fighting.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, okay, in this position, it's the dude. Like even when the way I would pick people, when I would explain while I'm picking them, I would explain to them like, oh yeah, I got the thing. He's a utility player. You can fit him anywhere you want. Like I'm talking like if they're on a field and working together as a team.
Yeah, but
and like when you would
during
pick
that, I was like, Steve's doing way too much. It's just about like I thought it was like a pageant, you know?
See,
It's just popularity votes.
I wasn't there for the horror draft, but for the fantasy draft, my team that I like, my main picks are like, we're not gonna like win if they fight, but we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
have a good time.
We're gonna have a good time.
Your team likes to party.
Yeah, and I think they would mesh well together. I think
So
people could,
it's not
disagree.
like superlatives in high school like I thought. Like that's how we were voting. So they are fighting, just to be clear in advance this time. But also, so the categories that we'll discuss here shortly for the fantasy draft are so arbitrary. Like Steve and I tried to think, how do we do this? Because fantasy is an open genre category. So we tried to stick to sword and sorcery or
Sword, sorcery, and wands.
Yeah, you can just include some Harry Potter or some wands in there. We probably, in retrospect, should have allowed Star Wars.
Yeah, we wanted to keep
we didn't.
sci-fi fantasy out of it specifically.
Wait, I didn't know that.
You didn't share the...
I'm pretty sure. I thought
Did
I told
you?
you that.
Oh, he's checking the receipts.
Let me check.
Oh no! Am I gonna get called out?
Oh,
here?
no.
I mean, there is a chance that I didn't.
You definitely said no sci-fi. So
Okay.
I just can't. I can't read.
I can't read.
I can't read.
So that's what we tried to do and I tried to make the categories more constricting because I'm a little scared of this category because in this genre, much like horror, but I think even more so, a lot of these characters are literal gods. So I was like, it might be a little crazy.
It's so funny because I didn't pick any literal gods on any of my picks.
And I was like, well, we'll do mage. I tried to do like D&D. We'll do swordsman. That way you have to pick someone that uses a sword and it could be more constricting in that way. We could have a more variety rather than all these overpowered characters. But Steve, he's balls to the wall. He was like, no, let's have warrior. And so now we're in a position.
I was doing character types, like narrative character types.
But now we're in a position. Look what you've done, where someone can be like, my warrior, I'm drafting Jesus because he fights to cleanse us of our sins. And like by your rules.
Shit.
And by the way, if somebody uses Passion of the Christ as a fantasy movie, I will give you so many points.
I was going to say, it's kind of funny that you're using Jesus in the fantasy draft.
But like, so now.
Happy Jesus Ween, everybody, for those who celebrate.
When it comes to these drafts, Steve is like the Jonah Hill character from The Wolf of Wall Street. Like I'm trying to he's like, smoke crack with me, bro. And it's chaos. But I like it. Chaos is fun. It's a ladder. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Chaos is a ladder. Yes. This was a surprisingly difficult draft to do for me.
Difficult.
So when you originally pitched this to me, I'm like, oh yeah, new draft, hell yeah, let's do it. And you're like, fantasy, and I'm like, oh heck yeah, I know a fantasy. and then in my mind, I'm like, well, I don't want us to pick like, okay, in this category I'm picking Aragorn, in this category I'm picking Gandalf, and like just steal all the Lord of the Rings or all the Harry Potter characters, right?
Yeah.
Or all the Game of Thrones characters.
I appreciate that.
And so I was like, well, let's have this rule where you can only pick one character from a franchise, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And then when I sat down, so we have more categories this time around than we did in the horror
there's
franchise.
7's a lot for our rules.
Yeah. So I sat down, and as I started doing it, I realized, oh, fuck. I'm really knowledgeable at 4 fantasy franchises, and then my knowledge drops off a fucking cliff. And so I really am scraping at the bottom of the barrel for some of my alternate picks, because unlike last time, you had to kind of play strategically and like, okay, I want to get this guy in this position earlier than normal because I think Chris might take this person. I don't want Chris to have this person, right? But now there's this whole other level of strategy where I can only pick one character from a franchise. Who do I pick?
Oh, yeah.
What's the best pick for which position? It added a whole nother layer of complexity to this that really made this a lot harder than the horror villain draft.
Yeah, if you draft Samwise, Pippin's off the table.
Yeah.
And you're toast.
Can I draft my dog Pippin?
I'm really nervous that some of the picks I have are going to be not valid.
Controversial, maybe?
Well, I may or may not have some Marvel alternates. Is that allowed?
It wouldn't be.
Damn it!
Because my wife was like Scarlet Witch, and I was like, you're not understanding the rules.
Would Thor work?
And DC?
No.
Is DC also off the table?
I mean,
What part of DC?
my mind.
I guess you can't say that without revealing your draft.
It depends, yeah. But like, if their universe is like really low on technology. Look, I know what you're thinking with Thor. You're like, oh, he's got like a hammer,
and there's like more fantasy elements to it. Yeah,
but at the same time,
ice giants and shit.
They still have spaceships and all kinds of shit, though.
It's true.
And we're also doing television.
Yes, 100%. So like Xena Warrior Princess, blah 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 blah. You could do that. Just came to me out of nowhere. That's a definite one of those categories.
Mental note.
So it's going to be a little tough, but if you can argue, and by Steve's, like I would say Steve's the arbiter of this, and his rules are pretty clear. If you're a salesman, sell it.
I'm not, but I'll try.
The big point of the draft.
I'm not,
do it in your Pippin the dog voice.
Here's the point of the draft is not so much to create the perfect, we followed all the rules, letter to, whatever. The point of the draft is just to create fun discussion about film and TV. And so if you pick a thing and it may not 100% fit into the category we're working with, if you can pitch us on it and sell us on it, that's all that we need.
All right.
Because as long as you can drive up a fun dialogue, that's really the big point of it.
All right.
I disagree. I think the point.
If we think it's really like, and if you put something and we disagree, we can talk about it and then maybe like, okay, that we all agree that does not fly, and then we can come up with something else.
All right.
I think the point is to
For
win.
the content.
Okay.
And if you're not first, you're last. That's my thing.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Yeah, it's famously. Also, just say no.
Oh, I think the Eleanor Roosevelt quote was "America's about speed, hot, nasty speed." That's the opening of Talladega Nights. Is what I'm talking
really?
about. Yeah.
I thought this was more President's Day trivia.
No, the opening of Talladega Nights is an Eleanor Roosevelt quote, but it's like not a real one.
Yeah. Hot,
America's about speed, hot, nasty speed.
Eleanor Roosevelt. So the rules are firmly established very loosely. And it's going to be a normal draft rules just like last time. So it goes in snake order, randomly first, second, third drafts twice, and then back to second, back to first drafts twice, snaking back around. Do we have a way to establish a random order to draft here, Steve?
I'm pulling one up now. Vamp for me, baby.
So while you're doing that, be sure to follow us on social media and go to streamingthingspod.com to find extra episodes for us. If you want extra episodes, go to patreon.com/streamingthings. You can subscribe at a variety of tiers, which gets you access to our Discord, the ability to make us review different movies on the pod. You can vote in polls each month to vote for extra episodes. Last month was The Faculty. You can find that episode on patreon.com/streamingthings and email the show at streamingthingspod@gmail.com.
What's the chosen film for this week?
It is Spaceballs.
Yeah,
is what's coming up later in the week. So look forward to that. As we record this is Sunday in the morning. And Steve tried to pull another fast one, by the way, at 9:37. He texted us, "Are video games okay?"
Yeah. I was like,
absolutely not.
I said, my brain immediately went, well, most fuckable, Edward Kenway.
Who's that?
From Assassin's Creed 4. Black Flag.
I think, you said that in the chat.
The pirate thing carries on further.
I mean, it kind of shows in my fantasy draft, honestly.
We just randomized the order. And so Steve goes first. Madison drafts second. Me, Kit. Mr. Laser. I draft third. Which I actually like. Plot twist, it lets me strategize more by seeing where you guys went. And then I get to choose twice.
Yeah.
I actually fucking love that for me.
That's true.
By the way, for the listeners, I don't know if we said this or not. It's one character per franchise. But we have allowed like House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones to be 2 franchises. We have allowed Rings of Power and Lord of the Rings to be 2 franchises. And so using that logic, Harry Potter and fucking the
Fantastic
shitty one
Beasts
would be 2 franchises.
The shitty one.
As well as there's another one.
Oh my God. I met a woman at work.
Good for you,
It was
Steve.
last week or the week before. But
Well
was that?
done.
she DJs on the side. And
Hell yeah.
And her DJ name is Fantastic Beats and Where to Find Them. I thought that was fucking great.
That is great.
That's fucking awesome.
That is great.
Yeah.
And so we should talk about the categories too before we go any further.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
absolutely have to. These are important because these are the positions you are picking to slot these characters into. Because it's all about positions, right? You don't just
Yes.
don't draft a Travis Kelce as a quarterback. Did I get that right?
No.
No. Okay.
He's a tight end.
Tight end.
Well, right,
tight end.
you don't draft, but I'm saying you
Exactly.
don't draft him as a
Right.
quarterback because that's not what
you,
you do.
You wouldn't do
That's
that.
not what he do.
Yeah,
You
no.
wouldn't do that.
I did that yesterday in my MLB game I was playing with my son. I switched a catcher for a character that I wanted because he was a good batter.
Mhm.
And then the catcher couldn't catch anything or throw to the other bases. And my son was laughing at me. It's like, that's why Jeff Bagwell can't be a catcher, you fucking idiot, Dad. And I was like, whatever. He had a 99 power on his batting. That's all I saw.
You're mean, son.
Yeah, I cried.
So hit us with the positions we got.
Yeah,
Chris.
the categories I tried. That would be constricting and logical. But no, here's what we got, baby. We got warrior. That's fair. That's straightforward.
Yeah.
We got mentor.
Mhm.
We got hunter.
Yeah.
We got pet. Because Daemon Targaryen, if you draft him, does not come with Big Red Noodly Boy. Caraxes is not in there.
Correct.
So you have to cast Caraxes as a pet later on if you want that. Jester.
Yep.
And leader. And finally, and most importantly, the most fuckable.
Yeah.
Or online, the
That one-
PG version will be companion.
That was the hardest one to
It
pick
is.
for me.
Yeah. Oh,
Honestly,
really?
it was, yes.
So many options.
I was like, oh my gosh. I'm attracted to so many non-real people.
I get it.
I have several options on most fuckable for very different reasons on each one of them. And I'm
Skill man again.
part of the thing that excites me most about this draft is not only to pick who we have and say this is why I picked them, but also say, okay, this is who I didn't
I
pick.
also
Sure.
do want to talk about that as well because I think it's really fun.
And in this, how are we defining, I guess real quick before we start, I guess the most argumentative category is likely to be jester. Like my mind for that, it had to be somebody who's like comedic relief,
Yeah.
somebody goofy.
Yeah.
If they're also powerful, points to you for thinking of it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're they're like your Merry and Pippins, those
Sure.
type of characters. Yeah.
Sure.
But and then I was like, this isn't somebody that's like ball and chain attached to me either. Because I feel like that's what a true jester is like. You're forced to be funny in front of the king.
That's a good thing. This gesture is just someone haha funny, like,
Yeah.
oh, you were a clown. All
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah. They're not necessarily your servant.
But also, I didn't want to pick somebody and be like, I'm forcing you to be a clown. Like, yeah. But
I want to blow Madison's mind with something that I think is draftable, a franchise I think is on the table,
Okay.
just in case, because I think it'll help her significantly with her
Okay.
tendencies.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. Way ahead of you, buddy.
Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Madison's like 6 of my 7 picks.
Literally.
All right.
Almost
is the-
fuckable.
That whole cast is fuckable.
Davy Jones, am I right?
Put Barbosa on there too. I'm
Really?
into it.
A
Smee.
whole bushel of apples.
Oh, the way he says it, and you're not
Madison's like, I'm a
turned
bushel
on.
of apples.
I am. It's me.
I mean, let me just paint a picture for yourself. Just close your eyes. You're in a bedroom lit by nothing but candles, and Jeffrey Rush shambles in and goes, "A whole bushel of apples."
And then bites one.
Amazing.
And then it falls out the hole in his stomach.
And then, yeah,
And then things get weird.
I'm gonna get in them guts.
Okay. Steve, you're first, right?
Wait,
am.
is the way that you listed them, is that the order that we're going in?
Yeah. So it goes Steve, you, me.
No. Like leader, mentor, warrior.
No.
You pick whenever.
You can pick whatever category you want. So Steve could do leader. You could do most fuckable.
Shut up.
Shut the front door. And
Oh, man.
So that's part of how you strategize as well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep track of everyone's picks in real time as well. So if you need to like, okay, what did Steve pick? And yeah,
Okay.
I'm so excited. I feel like I've been training my whole life for this.
at least the last 7 days.
My whole life has been
Whole life.
fantasy. Also, I will say this. If there is a like TV version of a character that was nerfed from the books and you're using their book power in your mind to draft them, I will shut that shit down. I will make fun of you.
I don't
not
think
about
I don't think you have
books.
to worry about that with me.
Okay.
What do you think? Andy's on this podcast? Get out of here with that Libby bullshit.
Because like for Warrior, it's like, oh, okay, we're doing Arthur Dane, Sword of the Morning, right? But the show version, he's barely in the show. I don't
He had
think
two
anybody
swords,
knows
though.
how powerful he is.
2 swords.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'll point that out. All right. You ready,
All right, let's
Steve?
do it.
Don't
ready.
fuck up.
Okay, this is really hard because my instincts make me want to go with most fuckable first because I
Really?
think, yeah, it will go because there's a person on there that I think is the right answer. Like it's 100% the right answer, but it's also I think will make people really mad because it's not someone you would immediately think is the most fuckable.
I'm so curious.
I
But
am so interested.
Right. But also, like categories of leader and mentor, I think those characters are going to go up real quick, and I'll be bummed if I have to go with my like 3rd or 4th string leaders and mentors. Right. So I'm in a pickle here, but I think I'm going to have to go with my heart. And just go with most fuckable.
Wow.
I cannot believe you're doing this.
Am I really going with my heart or my dick? Who's to say? But I'm going with most fuckable first. All right.
All
Okay.
right.
Coming hot out of the gate.
Don't like the phrasing. Okay, there we go.
For most fuckable,
I need to know.
I am picking, and this is going to piss Chris off so much. I already know. I am picking Geralt of Rivia as most fuckable. on my team. Because A, it's Geralt of Rivia, baby. And B, he can still fight.
He's amazing.
Yeah. I think that is a great pick for a first pick.
Fuckable.
Geralt of Rivia is a first round pick in 3 or 4 of these categories. Most fuckable, I think, is the one that people are the most like.
I'll be brutally honest.
Yeah.
I didn't even have him on my list.
What? We're talking about the man from The Witcher, correct?
Yeah.
He is definitely on mine.
I don't think, like I said, this time I came guns blazing.
Yeah.
I loaded every pistol in my arsenal. And when you're talking fantasy, like I said, there are gods that are draftable here. And so I started to think, like, I have some funny picks, but I was like, no, we got to get serious. People, and watch, this time people will be voting on their favorite characters instead of power levels. It'll be the opposite of last time. And I'll just be like,
son of a bitch.
But anyway, great choice for many. Like you said,
is a good choice.
You've got a guy who can fuck and fight. And that's the perfect for that category.
And not only can he fuck, but the way he says fuck.
Fuck.
Well done, Steve. You did knock one of my top choices off the board.
Yeah, I knew
you piece of shit.
I knew, again, like I said, you could put Geralt as leader, as warrior, right? As hunter. Like
I don't think he'd be a good leader. He never even wants to take part in anything.
That's true. He's not super into.
I'm just about coin. I need to find Siri.
Where's Siri?
I have an iPhone. It really confuses me when I say Siri. She always responds.
So my first pick, most fuckable, Geralt of Rivia.
I demand that we now consider Steve's pick as Liam Hemsworth version of Geralt.
Yep.
And
No.
he loses.
No. Specifically, it's Henry Cavill. Get out of here with that shit.
He said he's not as fuckable if it's Liam Hemsworth.
Right.
Slightly less.
Slightly less.
I mean,
Slightly less.
let's be honest. Still, he can still get it.
I guess, but
slightly less.
I'm a Miley Cyrus stan.
It's like, Mom, we have Geralt of Rivia at home. And then Geralt of Rivia at home is Hemsworth.
Sure. All right, Madison.
Okay.
Now you know where Steve went with this.
I think I'm going to go with leader as my first category. And I think this is going to be probably the most controversial, maybe, I don't know, choice.
Controversy.
Simply because of the rules that were laid out in front of me. I don't know if this counts. But, and also, I feel as though I couldn't have, I don't know why, but I did not want a male leader. I don't know why.
Hell yeah, queen, get it.
So I was trying to think of...
Take down the patriarchy.
Literally, I was trying to think of very powerful, strong fantasy characters that were women.
Mm-hmm.
And my first immediate thought was Wonder Woman, which is who my choice is. Which she does have a sword.
I will allow it. Themyscira? Themyscira, right, Steve?
Yeah, Themyscira.
Themyscira.
Are they Amazons? Amazonian?
Yeah, they are.
I
Yeah.
believe so. But yeah, she's got a sword. She's got a shield. I feel like if the rest of my choices hold true, then she will do a really good job at bringing everybody together. And she can be playful. Diana can be playful sometimes.
Yeah.
And I dig that.
I thought you were going dark with this for a second, and I was here for it.
Where did you think I was going to go?
Like Maleficent,
Oh, actually,
like-
that would have been a cool choice.
Queen Ravenna.
She's on my most fuckable list. Those
Yeah.
horns, please.
I think Wonder Woman's a good pick because even though we think of Wonder Woman in the modern day, doesn't she have like ancient Greek roots? Like she came up of like ancient Greece, right?
I think so.
I mean,
in some regard, yeah.
At least in some origins. I'm sure there's like
A
50
version of
different
that.
origins of Wonder Woman.
she's very powerful.
But yeah. So Wonder Woman
Great choice.
is my leader.
Again, could be fit into multiple categories.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because it's always my duty to try to be the devil's advocate and really tear down everyone's picks, right?
I know. I'm
Because
always like, great choice.
I'm in it to win it. Yeah, we got to get out of the mindset of being like super supportive to each other and just go for the fucking jugular every time. So I'm going to be like, all right, Madison, you picked Wonder Woman. I'm here for it. I think it's brave.
Okay.
Picking Wonder Woman. I think that's great. I love it. I'm here for it. But what's Chris Pine's name in the movie? Steve? Is it Steve something?
I think
it
it's
is
Steve.
Yeah, is it Steve? We like a Steve, right? But I mean, are you worried that if Chris Pine Steve just shows up. Wonder Woman is going to be, she's not going to be able to focus. She's going to throw the world. She's going to potentially end the world because she made a monkey's paw wish to bring Steve back to life.
I don't know.
Are you worried about? I mean, that kind of shows that maybe she doesn't have a clear head at all times.
Way to just degrade her leadership like that. A man is going to ruin her abilities to be a good leader. Wow. How very girl of you, Steve.
Yeah.
No.
I just think that's like very anti-feminist.
Are you saying she's going to get emotional and fuck up the team, Steve?
When she's on her period, she's like not going to do well as a leader.
Wow. Wow.
Well,
talk about losing votes right there.
Well, I'm going to slowly fade into the bushes.
No.
I am so shocked that it got all the way to me and these people were not drafted. And I am just laughing maniacally. You ready for this?
Yes.
My mentor, just without a doubt, I don't even know why I'm not thinking, oh, actually, there's so many.
There's so many.
I'm going to do
many.
I'm gonna
Once
do
again,
I cannot believe I get them both. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
My mentor is Gandalf.
Gandalf. Which one? The gray or the white?
We're going to go white.
Okay, we're going white.
Just a person who helped build the world.
So Gandalf the gray still on the board. Cool.
First off, you still lose to Gandalf the white.
I think Gandalf is one.
One of the Maiar helped the Valar build the world, right? Yeah, Gandalf.
He wasn't even on my list. That's so bad, but it wasn't.
Wow, I thought he would be on everyone. He's on my number one.
The man who is never late, nor is he early. He always arrives precisely when he means to. The year 34 of the second age.
You know, he's a good mentor. He's patient unless you're a toque.
That's right. Fool of a toque.
Fool of a toque. Do us a favor next time and throw yourself down there.
He's a little abusive at times to a particular person.
Just
he likes to hit people in the head with a staff, just bonks them.
You know, me
does.
too.
But every now and then he likes to chill, smoke some halfling's leaf, you know?
We did
Could
it.
that be his downfall, though, Chris? he has a little too much old Toby
His
right
eyes
before the
are
battlefield.
too squinty. It's like, you shall not. Wait, where are you?
Where did you go?
Where did you go?
I actually was smoking a blunt with Gandalf one time. And
Are you sure it wasn't a
was
homeless
like-
man on the street?
he was chiefing it. And I was like, give it to me. And he was like, you shall not pass. And I was like, no, you need to pass, Gandalf. Come on, man.
Secret only fire can tell.
And it sparks it up. Can we make this a YouTube skit? It would go so viral. A secret now only fire can tell. And he sparks the bowl. Wow, that's funny. Okay.
His staff is just a huge
Go on, then.
doobie.
Keep your secrets. I won't tell you how I make my pineapples.
So
Frodo Baggins.
keep your secrets. So now I've drafted Gandalf. Lord of the Rings is off the table. I'm so confused because like some of the major ones that I didn't think had a prayer of getting to me are still here.
Wait, so if you book a character from Lord of the Rings, then we can't repeat?
I can't repeat.
Okay.
So I can't choose any more Lord of the Rings characters.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings is done for Kit Laser.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
I'm so confused. I want to go leader. And I'll just be very open about what I'm choosing between here.
Okay. I wish you would be.
Do it. Fucking do
So
it.
I can tell you stuff. So you can steal.
You can tell me stuff.
No.
Tell me all your. Go on then. Keep your secrets.
There's a character that's very like even more powerful than Gandalf, arguably. But I don't like this character. I don't like this franchise, but I'm trying to win, but I'm also like, I got to be true to myself.
And this is for leader.
Correct.
Okay.
But also there's an obvious choice.
Yeah, there is an obvious choice in leader.
All of your
I'm
obvious
surprised
choices.
you haven't picked him yet.
All of your
Because there's one
obvious
you're not
choices
thinking
have
of
not
that's a
been mine.
god.
Oh, okay,
pretty sure.
yeah. I have 0 gods on my
Like
list.
there is a person you're not thinking of that can create and destroy realms from a stupid franchise that I hate that is an allegory for religion. And
the Chronicles of Narnia.
and I'm like, don't pick that guy.
What cools in Narnia?
Ooh, did someone say chronic? Gandalf, relax.
Do you remember that old SNL skit
No.
with Andy Samberg and Chris Parnell? They're singing a rap song about Chronicles of Narnia. It's hilarious.
No.
Is that chronic? What cools a Narnia? Pass that chronic. What cools a Narnia? Mr. Pippin Red Vines equals crazy delicious.
Don't tell me you're going to choose.
My leader is going to be Albus Dumbledore.
Albus Dumbledore. Wow.
The fact that I got both of them that's what I'm saying, Steve.
God damn it. I didn't even think of making him a leader, of drafting him as a leader. I was like, oh, well, he picked Gandalf. I guess I can pick Dumbledore as the mentor now. Fuck.
Hold on there, Kit. You know,
Hold on.
Mr. Dumbledore basically raised Harry for slaughter.
Oh.
You might question his decisions in leadership, but he always allows people free will in there to learn and grow. But ultimately, he's the puppet master. You're going to get there in the end, right?
Yeah, but
he might give children time turners and things that they could fuck up the entire world and kill themselves. But that's because he trusts them to make decisions and learn and grow.
I don't know, but I feel like a lot of his motives are selfish.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Selfish because he wants to save the world.
well,
I also don't think he's a great leader because instead of saying, Harry, here's the plan, let's do it, he just gaslights several people, just hoping that they pick up on his obstinate clues. And also, can you really trust the judgment of a person who goes from wearing tailored 3-piece suits to pajamas in the course of 20 years? I don't think so.
I think the difference between those two is
in the aging,
subjective,
put
really.
some lotion on your face.
What is your skincare routine
Shit,
at night,
man.
Dumbledore?
Dumbledore. Listen, guys.
Which R.I.P.
We
Michael
could just-
Gambon, but
Yeah. We
And
could
Richard
just wrap
Harris.
this up right now
we really could.
because he has the Elder Wand and it's by definition can't be beat. So,
Well, if you're going off present, Dumbledore did. So
well,
I
up
know
to
what you're
book
saying.
6, he
I know
had the
what
Elder
you're
Wand.
I gotta say, Kit, you're coming out hot on the gates.
I
Leader
couldn't believe you
and
guys left me
mentor.
Dumbledore and Gandalf.
I feel like you're doubling up on skills, though. But I think I do think.
but you do got 2 old dudes. Let's throw that out there.
What is Gandalf the White gonna teach Dumbledore?
Gandalf's immortal. He's not old.
But what is Gandalf the White gonna teach Dumbledore? What Dumbledore doesn't already know? It feels like
See,
one of them is wasted here.
I
He's
also
not mentoring
feel like-
Dumbledore. He's mentoring the team.
I feel
Dumbledore's
like
leading.
Gandalf is an awful influence on Dumbledore because Gandalf is gonna.
Smoke this.
I feel like, well, that or
Let me get some of that Phoenix.
Fox, come here.
Dumbledore's like, I
I don't know why
have,
Sean Connery and
I
Gandalf's
have
coming
these
out.
potions if you would like to try.
Oh, they were just getting litty.
Oh,
They're getting so lit.
Are you drafting
but
these?
Here's the thing: they're gonna try and beard each other. You know what I mean? Like they're just gonna be constantly like, no, I'm the better wizard. No, I'm the better wizard.
The
And
guy,
then
the
it's
fact
gonna-
that you think that Gandalf and Dumbledore wouldn't be stout lovers and
Oh, they will be. That's
synced
what
on
That's what I
everything.
was.
Oh my God,
that's
let
what I
them
was
fuck.
getting to. You said it, not me.
They're braiding
but
each
I
other's
was,
will be
beards.
entwined.
yeah.
Just braiding their beards together.
I don't.
I
I
do-
finally got over Grindelwald.
I could see Dumbledore rushing like, I thought you would agreed that you would shave your face.
It's like, Gandalf, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
I didn't. I don't know what that is.
I drank the goblet of fire.
I'm so high right now. Do that thing where you pull the worm out of your temple again. It's fucking awesome.
No, but I think that's chaos between the two of them. They're gonna try and outwin each other.
Chaos
Yeah.
for anyone trying to fight them.
on the battlefield.
Yeah, Gandalf is trying to all right, I think Gandalf would be a better leader and Dumbledore would be a better mentor because Dumbledore mentors children. He is in charge of a school. He's literally a mentor, whereas Gandalf leads a fellowship. I think you've got their positions flipped.
I don't.
Kit is holding true. He's holding true to his choices.
I think the team. I don't think it's a. I think you
Dumbledore
got two
is a-
thoroughbreds in the wrong position.
Dumbledore is the head master. He's the head master. He's the leader of an entire
Yeah, he is
school
the headmaster.
of power. Yeah, I'm saying of powerful people. You're right that the pause I put between that word made it more awkward. He's the head master.
He's the headmaster, man.
Yes,
Getting that butt.
That's true. Shut up, Gandalf.
Getting that Gandalf butt.
The crimes of
Relax,
Grindelwald.
Vinny. So we got Steve with Geralt of Rivia, Madison with Wonder Woman. and Kit with Gandalf and Dumbledore.
God damn it.
Madison, it's back to you.
This is crazy.
Who you got bolstering up Wonder Woman on this fight?
So,
Expelliarmus, her sword's gone.
Expelliarmus.
I don't think anyone is going to choose my mentor. Or, I mean, Steve, you're the only other person that can choose. I don't think you're going to choose the mentor that I have. And maybe the mentor person I have is not super strong, but whatever. I want this person to be my mentor. So I think I'm going to do warrior because I think that's going to be the next one that you're going to. Wait,
the battleground.
Who is your warrior? Or no, you did most fuckable.
Warrior. I've
you
only
did
picked most fuckable. Yeah.
He's got a warrior.
I have a warrior as my most fuckable. Yeah.
I don't like that I use that term.
Warrior fuckbag. Bring me my warrior fuckbags.
I think.
Put them on the front lines.
So what I really enjoy, I think, okay, the warrior that I am picking is Daemon Targaryen.
Oh, shit.
Excellent choice.
What a great choice, Vinny.
And I'm so happy that Wonder Woman is my leader because to be a woman in a leadership role, you need to have very good people underneath you that respect you. And Daemon Targaryen being the man that he is, supporting his queen woman, being by her side, him and Wonder Woman would fucking slay on the battlefield. And I think, Daemon has like the aggression and, Wonder Woman, I think would, humble him in a way, but like still encourage him. I think they would be really, really well together.
Unless he does support women unless he doesn't like them and then he kills them like his first wife.
I don't know.
So it depends on if he likes her or not.
Also, he was a
think
little
he would
mean
like
to
her.
Rhaenyra.
He might pop up in his crime hoodie.
But also I think just because
He does
Daemon
have designs for the crown.
Man.
does respect the power,
That's true.
And recognizing, okay, Wonder Woman is my leader. I'm gonna stick with her, and he's just very dedicated, very loyal, and I like that. He's also good with his sword.
Dark sister.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. That is an excellent choice, Madison. That's
Thank
really,
you.
really good.
Thank you.
That actually really depresses me, actually.
Oh, well,
Because my number one hunter was Daemon Targaryen Crime Hoodie Edition. In my notes, specifically Crime Hoodie.
that's funny.
Damn it. Man.
Mwah.
Well, now I know what pet you're aiming for.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right?
Well, I can't because they're in the same world.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is a rule we made.
That you made, sir.
Oh, gosh.
Steve, it's back to you.
It's back to me. So I get
You've
two
got
now.
a couple obvious plays here, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I think I got to go ahead and lock up leader. Because I feel I'm feeling that Dumbledore Gandalf dynamic is really giving me some worry. Yeah, it's giving me some worry. So I got to lock up leader. And I feel like this is other than I think Gandalf would be a better leader. But if not one of those two, I think my Lord of the Rings pick has to be Aragorn from Lord of the Rings as my leader.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's a great strategic mind. He's kind. He will do anything for Middle Earth. And he's just a man of honor.
The ring has no other master.
But
Well, the Lord of the Black Gate come forth. And he becomes Scottish randomly.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
well, not to flip the script on you, Steve.
Ooh.
But remember when you asked me if Wonder Woman would be a shitty leader because she had
I remember
partner?
I remember.
Well, Aragorn has this hot, sexy elf girlfriend.
Yeah.
That he's all about. So what?
What's her name?
What's the tea?
What's her name? Madison. Famous feminist Madison. What's her name?
No.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Give me a name.
Hold on, my brain is thinking.
My
My fingers are typing. Hold on. Arwen. Duh.
Yeah,
Obviously, yeah.
Duh, Liv Tyler.
So you're worried that Aragorn's leadership would be affected by his relationship with Arwen.
Plus, he's got a side piece.
Can I tell you that I can just crush that criticism merely by saying, watch the movies. He ditches her ass for years for the realm. He ain't tied down. Yeah, he thinks about her. He's like, man, I miss my girl. But hey, boy's got to lead.
See, point made. You just got to watch the movie Wonder Woman. So
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Don't
she
watch
just-
1984.
She almost destroyed the 80s.
1984 is Don't bring her into this.
Yeah, 1984 is a very unfortunate movie that does awful things to all the characters involved.
Like literal crimes against humanity are done in that movie.
It's literal. It's literal
Yes.
doo-doo. She's stinky.
But the cover's so cool and colorful.
It is. It is cool.
The trailers had Blue Monday. It was great.
Yeah, I'm with you on
Her
that.
outfit, fire.
Okay.
That is a great choice as a leader.
You have a second choice.
I do have a second choice.
You're writing all these down, right? All of our choices?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm keeping track. Okay, so so now I can pick between mentor, warrior, jester, hunter. Madison already took my number one hunter, which really, really bums me out. And I can't pick anyone from Lord of the Rings anymore, so Legolas is got out of that category.
I would have went Legolas Hunter over Aragorn Leader, personally. I mean, that dude's unstoppable.
I'm unstoppable.
That song plays when he fights.
Yeah, it does.
It's weird, but it's like an elven like harp version.
All right, so gosh, this is okay. So, gosh, man, this is really hard. This is so fucking hard. Man. Okay. So I'm good with Jester. There's a ton of people I can pick from Jester, so I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that there. I'm happy with all my choices there. I'll do that maybe last. I still can do Hunter. I can still do Pet. Oh, man. But I really want this person. Okay, so here we go. All right. I am going to pick Mentor. I'm going to go with Mentor.
All right.
Kit, I think this might be the most controversial pick I have. Maybe. It's definitely like everyone we've picked so far is definitely cut of a certain cloth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Classic heroes. This might be the first villain.
Oh.
Kit's over here wielding Dumbledore and Gandalf in our faces. You know,
Dangling their beards over our
Vinny's over
faces.
there with fucking Wonder
Lifting
Woman
up our robes.
and Daemon Targaryen. Just power coupling it up over there.
Yeah.
I need someone who's in it to win it. Someone who has a genius
Someone who
mind.
fights dirty.
Someone who fights dirty. Someone who is cutthroat, but also knows what's at stake and he's very serious about it. My mentor is going to be Tywin Lannister from Game of Thrones.
All right.
Maybe the most practical man in the whole entire franchise. One of my favorite characters, played excellently by Charles Dance in that phenomenal role. A dude who is just fiercely intelligent, fiercely strategic, and fiercely cutthroat. He does not give a shit. All he cares about is him winning. And with a man like that on your team, you know he's going to do whatever it takes to put your team ahead of the others.
I mean, is he intelligent or just rich? You know what I mean?
He's pretty intelligent.
Is he perhaps the Donald Trump of war leaders and you just haven't realized it yet?
Yeah, maybe.
The Art of the Deal, written by Tywin Lannister.
The art of the deal is just kill them. That's the deal. Do as I want or I kill you.
I did like how he had more, like, with his interaction with Arya, even though he is a piece of shit, he did give her, like, a chance, but that is a controversial choice, I think.
It is controversial, but I stand by it. I do like that pick. Something about Tywin Lannister feels good to me. Although that really bums me out for a couple of the other positions because I really would have loved to have some other people from Game of Thrones in other positions. But
Yeah, it's
I think
tough.
Tywin Lannister is very, you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck out of him.
So you got a team of Geralt of Rivia, Aragorn, a.k.a. Strider.
Some call him Strider.
And Charles Dance and Tywin Lannister.
No, can I change my vote to just Charles Dance?
Hello.
I've been in lots of movies.
That's what I'm bringing to the table. Madison.
Godzilla King of the Monsters,
Is it back
anyone?
to me?
It's back to you. And as the
How?
middle child, because it's a snake,
It's a
Nice.
you only ever get to draft one at a time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then you're going to get two again.
But you're like always next. Yeah.
Silly snake.
I'm a snake.
Snake. So I am going to choose mentor because I didn't think either one of you would pick this person, but I always thought this person was a cool like mentor figure in the show that they were in, but it is Brienne of Tarth.
Ooh.
I think
her mentor. Interesting.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
Explain yourself.
I think I don't know, just seeing her progression from where she was at the beginning of Game of Thrones to where she went now, I think she definitely grew with how she was as a leader. And I think there's a lot of lessons to learn with how she developed as a character. So getting to have like season 8 Brienne of Tarth as my mentor, just knowing what she's experienced, I think would have a lot of insight and a lot of things to be like, Madison, why the fuck are you worrying about that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Daemon Targaryen, get your shit together. You know what I mean? Like, she's just very straight to the point, has a good outlook on what's going on, whether it's relationships. Well, maybe not so much relationships, but that's okay. And then,
girl.
But with just how she is as a warrior and such, I just think she would be a really good mentor to anybody on the team.
I agree, but I have to say, I don't think Brienne or Wonder Woman, but certainly not Brienne, would like Daemon Targaryen at all.
Well,
this is true.
He's not an honorable man. That would disturb her greatly.
but I think what's happening is I'm giving Daemon Targaryen no choice because there's going to be, I hope, more women on the team. So
she might win him over the way she did Jaime.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
I mean, Jaime was very similar in the way where he was cocky and
he
was
murderous.
a total dickhead, and then he travels with Brand and he finds his honor that way.
Well, both of
she teaches him honor.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm helping you.
Well, thank you. But I mean, Wonder Woman and Brienne of Tarth had very shitty love interests. So maybe, you know, having Daemon. So, you know, Daemon, I don't know. Maybe he tries to like get with one, I don't know, to force his habit of being super powerful. I don't know. But I think they would humble him pretty well.
Where was Daemon's first wife from? I forget the name of that area.
I'm not recalling at the moment. I think it's the
I can look
like
it up real quick.
the east.
The reason why I ask is Tarth
the Erie
in that same is Tarth in the Erie or
no.
I know it's an island, but is it like off of the Erie?
Sapphire Isle.
Is it off of like who does the Tarth people swear fealty to? The Riverlands, the Erie?
I believe it is like the Tyrells.
Okay. So I was merely asking because I thought maybe Brienne, because, you know, maybe she would know what Daemon did to his first wife's family and just through like family, like loyalty, like, I'm not working with that dude. He killed, what's her name?
I don't think she's a student of history in that way.
But I think if they all had a common enemy, I think they would come together and fight.
Royces, that's right. Rhea Royce was his first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rhea Royce.
So I was right. It's the Erie, like the Easterlands there. Yeah, I mean, and she's a better warrior than Daemon.
You think?
Absolutely. I think Brienne is probably, and this is a hot take, people argue about this shit all the time because mostly sexist. I think she's the best living swordsman because
she beats Jaime Lannister.
In the books, Jaime Lannister is described as the best living swordsman, but then he loses his hand. But she beat him when he had both hands, but he was in chains, people always say, but it's like, whatever, dude. And then there's Barristan Selmy is actually nerfed heavily in the show, but is an incredible, he's written as even at age 60, could beat almost any living man alive, right? Which is crazy because he's 60.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, but I think Brienne's in the conversation, like top 5 living easily, but she's like 20 too. So she's not even like full power yet. She's still got a lot of time to train. And
is Daemon known for his, I mean, he's a pretty good warrior, but
he's an accomplished warrior.
Kristen Cole is technically a better swordsman, right?
Yeah. Like swordsman straight up, he would lose to a lot of characters. Daemon would lose. Yeah. Like Oberyn Martell would beat him. Brienne would beat him. Jaime would beat him. Barristan would beat him. Arthur Dayne beats them all.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, or whatever. Whatever. I don't know. I'm too busy getting laid to really figure all that out. So.
While you're too busy getting laid, I was learning the way of the blade. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. It can be tough out there as we try to navigate the many twists and turns that life throws our way. Not every problem we face has an obvious or easy solution, but talking through these issues can always bring major benefits. So whether you're dealing with a career change, relationship help, or just getting used to your new normal, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life, so you can move forward with confidence and excitement. I myself have benefited from therapy. I have benefited from BetterHelp. I was struggling to find myself and figure out who I was post-divorce. BetterHelp matched me with an amazing therapist who taught me all about codependency, what it was, and ways I can combat it and realize my whole true self. So if it sounds like therapy is the right move for you, then give BetterHelp a try. It's online, convenient, flexible, and can work with your schedule. Filling out a brief questionnaire is all it takes to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time. To start your own therapy journey, visit betterhelp.com/streamingthings today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/streamingthings. It's October, and along with the scares, we're bringing our own appreciation for the patrons of Streaming Things, the super patrons especially. We want to give them a special shout out for the month of October. Thank you so much to Becky the Farmer, Kaylee Sampson, Stanton Valentino, Sunshine, Huckleberry Cauliflower, Optimus, Mike from New Hampshire, Brett X, Emily Scarano, Little Tickler, Svento7, Jay Scramo, A.K. Ashley Ray, Adam Busby, Wendy O'Laughlin, Jason Hawkins, Butthorn, Conrad, Rabbit Dog in a Barbie Car, Jose Ruben Cruz Rodriguez, Charlie Friday, Alexis Adler, Emmy, Joe Velez, Valerie, John Collins, Amber McVeigh, Amanda King, Trisha Bueller, Sun, Loving, Mortal, Suzanne Rode, Lauren Waller, Jadinklage Morgoon, Jen Robinson, Kalisha Reeves, Aaron Armstrong, Kevin Strother, Jeanette Murphy, Ashley Powers, Stephen the Fifth, Casey McCain, and Enza. Thank you all so much, and back to the show. Kit, you get 2 picks.
Wow.
Warrior, Jester, Hunter, Pet, Soldier, Spy.
My Hunter's easy. I'm going to go.
Yeah, he is.
I think I'm going to pick a character from the Game of Thrones universe you would not expect.
Okay.
Out of all the ones remaining.
Ooh.
And to remove all of the ones remaining from my warrior category. Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah. It's getting hard.
It's hard.
Because when every time you pick someone, you're also eliminating someone from your other categories as well. Probably, maybe.
I have to do this. Again, I'm playing dirty this time. I know how people vote.
He's in it to win.
I'm going power levels for every category. So for Hunter, I got to go Jack and Hagar.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great pick, actually.
A man has no name.
A man has no name.
Steve has no chance.
Do you want to know who my Game of Thrones Hunter was that I can't pick anymore? Oh, wait. Madison saw as a Hunter. Never mind. I'm not going to share it. Oh, wait. She can't pick Game of Thrones.
I can't pick Game of Thrones.
Bronn? That's a great choice.
Yeah.
That's good.
But Jack and Hagar?
Bronn's another great swordsman that could beat Daemon, I think.
Yeah.
Arguable.
Jack and Hagar. Daemon's great. I love the character. Jack and Hagar. For obvious reasons, right? The guy's got like kind of undefined magical powers. He's an assassin.
Mm-hmm.
The category I named was assassin and was changed to hunter. So in my mind, I could never get assassin out of my head.
Hunter
like
Assassin's
that's
kind of
hunt
the same
people.
thing.
I feel like assassin
The
and hunter
rogue.
would be, or is that who you chose as your hunter?
It is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Jack and Hagar.
the rogue character.
He
is
could
Assassin
literally
and Hunter.
like walk you through this. I'm going to walk you through this. Okay.
Literally.
Damon comes in, right? Wonder Woman's in the bedroom naked. And Damon's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, boss." And she's like, "No, come here. It's time."
It's time.
And he's like, "Oh, shit." He's like, "Oh, shit." He drops Dark Sister and Trow, saddles over.
Saddles.
Jack and Hagar pulls Gal Gadot's face off, and it's actually him. It's actually him.
Mid thrust.
Stabs him in the throat. Yeah, while Damon's inside of him. That's when he reveals it.
A boy has named 3 names.
So that's the kind of powers you're dealing with now. You can't trust anyone on your team.
He's a
'cause I got
faceless
Jack and
man.
Hagar.
You
That's
can't.
right.
He's a
That's a
man.
great assassin. A
That's
faceless
a good
man.
one. That is
Yeah.
a good one.
But it
Wow.
it ruined my front runner for most fuckable,
Oh,
which was Prince Oberyn Martell. My bisexual king.
Oberyn Martell is a great
He's
choice
always-
for most fuckable.
I'm going to have this
a
orgy
good
and
one.
then I'm going to kill you. That's his style.
That's just a baby.
So anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to poke holes in a Yak and Hagar pick for Hunter, but honestly, I feel like that's a 10 out of 10
that
choice.
is a good
Again,
one. It's a good
Kit
one.
is killing it so far. I'm really worried about his
Powerhousing.
team. Yeah.
But I think what's happening is his is going to be like like you're getting too many hotheads on one team, and then it's just gonna become chaos. Like you have to have some like very straightforward hierarchy there.
Well, here's where my jester comes in to cool everybody
All
down.
right,
Okay.
let's
Lighten
hear it.
the mood a little bit.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
My jester is Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece.
The fuck?
I don't know who that is.
Well, it's a new show on Netflix, the live action
Well, I know
version,
One
but
Piece,
it's
but
an
I don't
ancient
know them.
anime. Monkey D. Luffy's the main character. He's super goofy, super upbeat. He's always like, come on, guys, I'm going to be king of the pirates.
Oh, yeah.
We don't even have a ship. We don't have any swords. We don't have any money. That doesn't matter, guys. We'll figure it out. I'm going to be king of the pirates. And everything works out. He's also really powerful and like has the ability to stretch his arms. Like,
I think Mr. Fantastic.
yes. Not as just his arms. His whole body is super flexible. So like if you hit him in
Every part of his body.
that's what I hear. So if you hit him in the head with a club, it'll just bounce off. It's just the way it's his unique gift.
Oh, so he's just rubber.
yes.
He's a rubber boy.
He's a rubber boy.
Okay.
Monkey, but he's super goofy.
Rubber
Not-
monkey, bunky, bumpers.
Not afraid to fight. So if Jack and Hagar's really creeping Dumbledore out, Monkey's gonna hop in and say, hey guys, it's gonna be all good. Put your face back on.
And then he pulls his face off, and he is Jack and Hagar.
That's right. That's right.
Fool of a took.
So that's it. Yeah. So I've got Dumbledore, Gandalf, Jack and Hagar, and Monkey D. Luffy. Jester's off the table for me. One Piece is off the table for me. And that's only because I didn't want to choose another person who's super OP for Warrior and just be a dick. I want to see if it gets back to me and they're still there.
Okay. I've never seen One Piece, so I can't give you any
nor
sort of.
have I.
The live
counterpoint
action's
at all.
really popular and fun. You should check it out because the anime famously has over 1,000 episodes
It's a
and
lot.
is really unapproachable.
Which my brother has seen all of them.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Does he remember what the sun is?
Honestly, no.
But the live action, luckily, I watched most of it and I'm enjoying it. And so that occurred to me. And I was like, who would be a good jester? Because I thought of like some goofy characters that I'm like, yeah, but I want them to also be able to fight. You know, like who's going to be funny, but in a scrap still useful? And then I was like, fucking anime. There's so many fantasy animes. And then I started going down a rabbit hole and I was like, Monkey D. Luffy. He's goofy as shit.
There you go.
Anyway,
I
that's
like
it.
I like your process of
Thank
just remembering anime in general.
At like 8 o'clock this morning, I was like, oh my God.
My God. I'm glad you said that though, because I was like, oh, thank God, anime is on the table.
Because
Yeah,
I was
that's
like, I
some
wonder if I'm the
names.
only one to think of this. And that's not fair because there's some
I
heavy
know
hitters.
you
Secret
texted,
tunnel.
you,
Secret
you texted
tunnel.
us like anime is also on the table, and I was like, oh shit, I don't know any
Oh.
anime.
Yeah.
Madison, back to you.
So can I ask, have both of you chosen hunters?
I have.
I have not.
You have not.
No. I have only chosen leader, mentor, and most fuckable. My priorities are on the table.
I know. I love that
don't
you started
think,
with Geralt.
though-
Gotta
I
get that
really-
hunk of man meat
I
off
really
the table.
thought you were going to pick.
I cannot believe I forgot Geralt.
I really thought Geralt would be like one of your top picks. That's why I was like, okay, I'm picking him now. And then just the fact that he wasn't like even on your radar just ruined my whole strategy going into this
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the jump.
I'm really trying to decide. So I think who I have as my picks for the remaining categories for me are safe. But I feel like the one that could be a toss-up is the jester.
Which gesture?
This one, Steve.
So because neither one of you have chosen your jester.
I just did.
You just did.
He just did, yeah.
But you have not.
Correct.
Steve. Okay. I'm going back and forth between these two characters.
Oh, I have a great idea for Jester. I wonder if you guys are going to think of this.
This is hard. This is so hard. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Because I'm also trying to think the power dynamic too, because both of these characters, one of them does have like magical powers, but the other one is a swordsman. So I'm like, And most of my lineup already are swordsmen. So do I just stick with the swordsman or do I throw some magic in there?
I think you need some very powerful magic users.
You think I need some magic?
You're about to get a Vodka Davrid. Dumbledore high on halfling's
But then
leaf,
again, the choice
charging at you.
The choice that I want for magic might get disqualified for Jester. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Well,
because they're not funny.
No, they are.
If you have a taciturn choice for Jester, it's out.
Listen. Okay. I would like to couple these as a unit versus just a person, but Fred and George Weasley as my Jester. Is that allowed?
You think because they're twins?
Yes!
And twins.
I'll allow it only because we won't know which one's which, and so therefore it's kind of both of them, you know?
So
yeah, one of them's dead.
That's true.
That's so fucking mean.
I cannot believe you didn't go with the socks lover instead. I mean, it would be a great Jester, and he's more powerful than the twins.
Who?
I can't say it.
Oh. Well, there was another one on my list.
Harry Potter.
That was
Harry Potter. Thank you for the socks.
Dobby.
He'd be
Dobby.
a great Jester.
Are you kidding? He'd die instantly on the battlefield.
Way more powerful than
They'd
anyone
be like,
else.
who's this scraggly looking goblin
Honestly,
on the field?
I think Dobby could potentially take Dumbledore if he was angry.
I don't think so.
Do you guys know how powerful elves are in this universe?
I considered to be funny of drafting Dobby as most fuckable.
I think they would subdue Damon. Like he would be too serious, and they would be like, "Come on, man!" And they would entertain Damon
They would
with all of
humble him.
Well, they would entertain Damon with all of their fun little
He would kill them
contraptions. No,
in
he
their
wouldn't.
sleep.
I feel like
No, he
Damon would
wouldn't.
find them
The
so
first time
annoying.
he's going to sit on a
No.
whoopee cushion and be like, "All right, you're
No,
done."
he wouldn't.
What if he sat on a whoopee cushion and, to Madison's point, he sat on a whoopee cushion and Damon goes, "All right, that was funny." Bones.
Bones? I think he would find him.
I'm
I think he
starting
would
to
find
like
Fred
those
and George.
booger flavored, bogey flavored, every flavor beans.
Well,
Every
and
bean
Damon-
you've given me, I've quite enjoyed.
Well, I think
Even the
Fred
tongue
and
one.
George are all about the bit, and I think they would go to Damon because Damon would love to have any sort of trickery of any sorts in any war battlefield scenario. So I think they would come in and be like, "Look, we have this, 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 and this," and Damon's like, "Oh, we can use that to fuck them up here," and whatever. So I think it would be good. And then Wonder Woman's just like, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. And Brienne is like, good job.
She's just
job.
over there polishing her sword.
Just
Literally.
mad that she has to mentor people.
Sounded like
She's a good mentor, but a reluctant one.
yeah.
But Fred and George Weasley.
All right, the Weasleys.
It's an inspired choice, Madison.
Thank you.
You must be a Weasley.
Steve, obvious Draco Malfoy draft. Get to it.
I'm not actually. I didn't even have a single Malfoy on my list.
Why would you? It was a joke.
Okay.
It's
Not
used-
Lucius Malfoy.
But it's like
Just somebody to
Lucius
sell for Taiwan.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
I love your money.
It's like 5 o'clock stubble having a midlife crisis, Lucius Malfoy.
Oh, yeah.
Most fuckable. 100%. That's where you were going, right? Or did I misinterpret?
wasn't, but I'm with
Actually,
you.
it worked. Like, I'm just picturing you walk into a room, Lucius Malfoy's in there, and he just goes, "My lord,"
I said
because he knows
yeah,
what's coming.
Yeah, I'm here
Oh god!
on your knees.
Oh, shit!
Oh, I almost never mind.
Calm down.
I call my dick Nagini. Calm down. Oh my god. Okay. So I got 2 picks now, right?
Mine's Wormtail.
I can still pick Jester, Hunter, Warrior, Pet.
Okay.
I'm surprised no one's picked Warrior yet, right?
I have.
Oh, who's your
Damon.
warrior? Damon. That's right. That's right. Excellent choice. Of all the warriors, I feel like I need a woman on my team. I need a lady. I don't want my team to be a total sausage fest.
Get with it.
I need to follow Madison's vision here, and I think a warrior is the best place for a strong female character, right? Busting ass, taking names and kicking ass.
All that.
Kicking names and taking ass.
Hell yeah.
And there's some good ones here. I briefly considered Xena Warrior Princess, but I need to up the power scale because, again, you guys have some powerful characters on your teams. I need to up the factor of power. And since anime is allowed, I am picking the Avatar herself, Korra, from The Legend of Korra.
That's solid.
Obvious choice.
She can manipulate the powers of air, water, earth, and fire.
That's true.
And she's got a fiery spirit. She doesn't take a no from anybody. I love Korra. If you've never watched Legends of Korra, it's an amazing show. You should. I love it. So I'm picking Korra as my
No qualms.
Wario.
No qualms. That was
Very
the one I
good.
was going to choose before I chose Monkey D. Luffy. And I was like, I'm just being a dick.
As a Jester?
No, for Warrior. I
Oh,
was
really?
like,
You had Legend of Korra on your
yeah.
list? Really?
But I was like, if I choose Korra
Dude,
and Gandalf and
Bones.
Dumbledore,
Bones.
it's just a dick move.
I didn't even know you watched Legend of Korra.
I got them all on Blu-ray, baby.
Buddy, let's talk about it later.
tunnel.
But you've never seen The Last Airbender. But you've never seen The
I
Last
didn't.
Airbender?
It's actually. I don't like admitting this on air, so I hate you for putting me in this corner.
Sorry.
I never finished it.
Okay.
Like we were in a pandemic binge of Avatar at the time, so that's why I said I didn't watch it because really I just didn't finish it. I like it. I like the little guy, you know.
Avatar's a little more kid-friendly than Legend of Korra.
Yes.
I mean, Legend of Korra is also kid-friendly, but it's like
a little
teen
more.
friendly, like tween.
Yeah, it's
friendly.
like a Y7 is Avatar though, but it's a great show.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm hoping my kids get into it soon, but so I could like get back into it.
I'm proud of you for admitting that live on air that you haven't finished Avatar: The Last Airbender. But a lot of people have. Madison, have you seen it?
I have not.
It's a great show. Great
I
show.
know.
So I got my warrior down. Now I got to pick my jester, hunter, or pet. I'm pretty sure my jesters aren't going to be picked. I'm going to go with hunter, and this is a wild one. This might be controversial. I don't know,
Ooh.
but I don't have a Harry Potter character yet. So when I think of a hunter, I feel like would an auror count?
Oh.
A cop,
A cop?
nice,
Like
Steve.
Wow.
a hunter of Death Eaters?
Real cool.
A hunter of Death Eaters, though?
Sure.
Someone who has the skill, the experience, and the knack to do it? Maybe I pick Mad-Eye Moody. Alistair
Ooh.
Moody.
Ooh.
He's definitely a hunter.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's wizened. He's got the experience.
Mhm.
There was that little kerfuffle with Barney Crouch, but
Yeah, other than
I mean, other than that, dude's a real
He's a
hero,
G.
right? Yeah,
He's a G.
he's got that eye. Can't get nothing past.
he's got
him.
an eye for talent.
He's got an eye. Yeah.
Definitely has an eye for talent.
But he's a little addicted to that polyjuice potion.
Who amongst us is
That was Barty.
definitely? I mean, Andy would definitely be a Barty Crouch.
Yeah, for sure.
Who am I going to be today? Genitals.
You
So,
gotta
yeah.
listen to our Harry Potter coverage, Madison.
I'm begging to listen to our
Andy
Harry Potter
tried to
All right.
confidently come out and say his delivery was just so like. Obviously, we'd all just drink Polyjuice Potion and look at our dicks and stuff and see everybody naked with Polyjuice Potion, right? You steal your friend's hair, drink it later, and you can just look
You
in the
said,
mirror. Yeah.
Dick.
And he just said it so, and me and Steve just both went, no, what? And he was so like, oh, you're going to make me the asshole. Like, I'm the only one who thought about drinking Polyjuice and looking at my dick.
But he was vindicated because so
All
many
the
people wrote
patrons
in
were
like,
like,
that's all I
totes.
think about.
I mean, if I was transformed into a dude,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'd look at my dick.
Well, sure. But
don't
I mean,
have one of
But is
those.
that the sole reason you're
are
doing
you
it?
gonna brew the
And to like just walk around in society without being, discriminated against and, sexualized and, all that stuff too.
Sure. I just want to see the dick.
I got so bummed when I found out patriarchy wasn't about horses.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But no, me and my friends have talked about it. I would pee standing up. I would just probably, I would probably have sex with somebody if I was a dude. Just, what's it feel like?
Consensually.
Yeah, consensually. Yeah. But also trying to flirt as a dude. Anyway, we can move past
How
it.
would you flirt as a dude? Now I'm curious. What hot fire is Vinny spitting at the bars?
You know, I'm not a good flirt to begin with. So I just would go up to a girl and be like, hey, can I get your number? Chicky? Chicky D?
Chicky D. Yo.
See, even my I'm not good at flirting as a woman, let alone flirting as a man. So it'll be something I have to overcome. I have to take the polyjuice potion a couple of times, I'm sure.
I like that. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Just Vinny trying to score some numbers at a bar.
Yeah. You only got like an hour. You might as well download Grindr or something.
I literally walk into the bar. I'm like, hey, I got an hour to live. What's up, sex?
I mean, not just live. You're not going to die.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Yeah, they don't know that.
They
You're
don't
just
know
going
that.
to turn back into a woman mid-coitus.
Mid-sex. I just turned into a woman.
They might not hate it.
Hello.
Depending on the bar I go to.
That's right.
It might be a turn on.
Hey.
So it's like, hey, gotcha. It's Brittany.
Oh, no.
It goes from Vinny
Not
to
Brittany.
Brittany. Like Vinny's like affable, a little dumb, but you kind of love him.
A
But then it
generous
turns to
lover.
Brittany, and Brittany's like, oh.
And Brittany's like, why are you doing
I'm
it
a-
like that?
I'm a pillow princess.
Just get off me.
I've got a headache.
Get off me.
I've got to go wash my hair.
You made my hair look so bad.
Why washing the hair? What's in the hair?
That's an excuse.
Oh, okay. Okay, and now it's on.
So wait, did you pick two?
I
two,
did.
Steve?
I did pick two. I picked Mad-Eyed Moody and Korra from
That's
The
right.
Legend of Korra.
Great.
Okay.
You're finally redeeming your team a little bit.
Am I?
I would have thought going Grindelwald to try to distract my Dumbledore was an obvious choice. And
As what? Warrior? Leader? Tinker, soldier, spy?
anything you could have made it. Like I said, if you're a salesman, and then
I guess I'm not.
and I think he's equally powerful.
But again, I'm also like not the huge Harry Potter person. So honestly, I forget about a lot of characters.
Sure, that's fair.
Okay, so for my next one, I'm going to choose my hunter.
Ooh.
I don't know if this is going to be a controversial. I also don't know if it qualifies, but I think it's a unique choice that that neither one of you would choose. But for my hunter, I'm going Hellboy.
Oh, interesting.
So
The
he's-
Ron Perlman Hellboy or
David Harbour.
the David Harbour Hellboy?
I'm not going to lie. It's been a minute since I've watched these movies, but whichever one,
It's Perlman.
the first one.
The one with two movies?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
that
Perlman.
one. That one. But I don't know. He's a big brute guy, and from what I remember from the movies, he was kind of like a hunterist. He's a bounty hunter, isn't he?
And he's half,
Yeah.
he's half demon.
Half demon.
He's half demon. He works for the BRPD.
Half demon?
Is that what it's- the BRPD, and
He's kind of a cop, but in the same way that Mad-Eye Moody would count, he definitely would count.
yeah,
for
'cause
sure.
He's hunting like demons and monsters and stuff, kind of like Geralt of Rivia does too.
I almost put I was thinking, what's his face? From like the Universal Monsters universe that
Renfield. Renfield.
Not sort of, but no, the famous like hunter, the guy you would hire to kill like the vampire. He's kind of like the
Blade?
Geralt. No, Blade's a great one, but no.
Blade was my second choice.
He's like the Geralt of Rivia. He's like a witcher in Steampunkville. Come on, guys. He's super
Isn't
famous.
Renfield the Dracula hunter?
Yes, but that's not who I'm thinking of.
Oh.
I'm talking like a Grimm's fairy tales hunter type person.
Hansel and Gretel.
The huntsman.
Yes. It's like Van something. It's like Van
Helsing.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
okay.
He was. But I feel like he
He's if Hellboy counts, Van Helsing would count.
okay, that's fair. But I feel like Van
Hellboy's
Helsing.
Hellboy's powerful.
But like Van Helsing is a mortal man.
Immortal?
Mortal.
Yeah, so is
Hellboy?
Damon and Brienne.
Yeah, but
Hellboy's mortal.
And,
Hellboy
yeah,
can die.
Hellboy's mortal for sure.
Oh,
but I
well
get
then-
what she's saying. He's got
But he's
also
otherworldly powers.
He's half demon.
Yeah,
he's extraordinary.
and
but-
he's got a brick arm.
But yeah, no.
He can
Blade-
literally bring about the apocalypse.
Yeah,
See,
if he gets angry,
Mhm.
like the Hulk.
yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't like him when he's angry.
But Blade was my second choice. Both of you have chosen your hunters. I'm allowed to say that.
Correct.
Some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah.
But Yeah, Hellboy.
Okay, Hellboy. All right.
Great
Hellboy.
choice.
Love it.
Okay, I've got
Are
Warrior.
you worried about his smoking addiction?
He dies of lung
He
cancer.
gets lung cancer.
I've got Warrior and
No.
Pet. And this
'Cause-
is my last round.
This is your last round. You got to make it count. You already have a pretty solid team.
Oh, no, it's not my last round. I have Warrior, Pet, and Most Fuckable.
Oh yeah, you do. So you're right. This isn't your last round.
Second to last round.
Now this is where you have a pretty solid team already, Kit. Don't fuck it up
I know.
with some goober choices.
Don't fuck it up.
I could go OP with Pet very easily, or I could go funny, which I really want to do. Like when I texted you the other day, like I've got my pet. I was so hyped for this choice.
Can you, either way, you have to tell me what it is.
I'll tell you first, and then I'll decide if I want to go that way. I was thinking the Killer Bunny from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
That rabbit's dynamite.
Run away! Run away! Unless you have the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch, he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
But also, there's like some giant, awesome dragons that have gone undrafted.
Yeah, none of us have chosen Pet yet, right?
Yeah, because I've got so many options for Warriors still. None of the cool ones.
I have so many options for Pet, so I'm kind of been like seeing where you guys land before I like bite the bullet and go with it.
Let me I'll take down the power level for my Warrior choice a little bit.
Okay.
I could easily,
Okay.
I could choose Aang and be a dick.
Or Ong.
Yeah, depending on which universe you're going with.
Right.
But are we going to count? I think it should count. The movie Troy
Like
Has-
with Brad Pitt,
has no magic per se,
but it is swords.
but also the
Swords.
Iliad is the basis upon which almost all sword and sorcery fantasy was.
I would
Is
count
Troy
it
your
because I
pet?
actually had Gladiator as options.
Maximus.
Oh.
Yeah. He was a backup leader.
I'm going to go Achilles.
Achilles
Brad Pitt's
Mm.
Achilles.
as warrior.
That's right. And you
Now-
might not have chosen that character for Warrior, but that's why no one will remember your name.
Good pull.
That's a good one.
Are you worried that you're picking the warrior who is famous for having an Achilles heel? Literally the term for a weakness that everyone knows and ascribes to all people.
He's going to turn into the Aaron Rodgers of your team.
That's true. Oh, he's only played like what, 5 games?
No, he
5
played
plays. 5 plays.
3 plays.
Somebody told me this yesterday at that barbecue I was at. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah, yeah.
sports.
He was on my
It's like
draft.
he made $40 million to play 5 plays.
He was on my draft before I realized it was a fantasy character films, not fantasy football.
You just put Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
That's amazing. You're like, I'm down. So I actually got into this argument with somebody online. I didn't really argue. I just called him dumb in my head and moved on. But I don't think, maybe it's not widely known, but they're like, I said something in a video about how Troy has no magic in it. And they're like, what do you mean? Achilles is like a demigod in that movie. And I'm like, no, Achilles is a demigod in the lore. In that movie, he's a man. And the
Yeah.
whole point of that movie is that it's trying to show how these legends, the real version
Stem
of the
from real
story
life.
that the legends stem from. Right. Because he got shot with like 14 arrows and then pulled them all out except for the one in his heel and died. And I always thought that was a genius move of the movie to show how that legend may have gotten started. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I thought that was obvious, but the guy arguing with me made it to where I was like, is that not obvious? Do people think he's like
No, I
a
think
demigod in that
I
movie?
think it's obvious. Yeah.
Okay.
That he's
Mortal.
100%
In
mortal.
that movie,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
That's 100% obvious.
But he's still very fucking good. And one of my, like as a kid, I watched that movie so many
He
times.
does that like jumpy, like
the
that
jumpy
little
stab to
point
the
thing.
side move.
Yeah.
Jumpy stab to the side move.
ooh.
Yeah. That's Brienne. Sword straight through her neck. Bing, bing.
Bing Bing.
One stroke.
He went after the mentor. What a dick.
Wow. That's some shit.
Not even the warrior.
The fighty mentor. Again, could have you guys all chose your warriors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had Conan was still there.
Yeah.
Connor McLeod was still there.
It doesn't back
There
up.
could
too.
only be one.
There can only be one.
I kept thinking this morning of Spaceballs when that computer operator is like, lock 1, lock 2.
Loch Lomond?
Lock, because he's Scottish.
Yeah.
That was so funny and stupid. But yeah, I'm going Achilles, damn it.
Sick.
Okay. All right.
And then I still have another choice. I'm so sorry.
yeah, you do. You do.
So my pet, God damn it. Do I want to be funny or just lock this in, Madison?
I know, but I'm nervous you're going to pick the person that I chose.
Maybe the giggles will give you some extra votes.
I think I can. I think with Gandalf and Dumbledore, I can afford the bunny.
Again, I think you do have to think about, when people see the name on their list, not everyone's going to vote for the same reason. Like we might say, hey, all our teams are fighting, but people who see that poll may not actually think that when they're voting. They might be like, ooh, I like everyone. The people on Kit's list.
He's trying to trick me.
No, I'm just saying, I don't want you to go one way or the other. I think there is a balance of I also want my team to be mainstream and appeal to the lowest common denominator.
I thought that.
I don't know. I think your team is too full of hotheads right now.
I don't think your horror team did appeal to the lowest common denominator, though.
I want to say I voted for your team, Kit.
Dude, I mean, maybe I'm on film Twitter too much.
Yes.
Rose the Hat is an extremely popular character.
Yes.
On film Twitter.
That's a very valid. Listen, that's a very valid most fuckable. It is. It is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It is.
All right, my most fuckable is the bunny.
I'm just trying to help you out.
I mean, pet. Because I've still got
rabbit's dynamite.
I could go Vagar. I could go Falcor. I could go Toothless. But I'm not going to be a dick. I'm going to go the bunny from Monty Python, which I still think is a killer choice.
For most fuckable?
No, for pet. Falcor.
Does the bunny from Monty Python have a name?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't even know if it'll be recognizable in a photo.
There has to be an image of it being.
Do the wide shot of the cave or something.
Oh,
it does. It has blood squirting out of all their necks and stuff when it's shooting between the group. Run away.
Maybe have a shot of it biting into someone's neck.
Yeah. Run away.
Oh my God.
All right. So that leaves me with most fuckable as my final category. Does it?
Yeah. It's the rabbit of Kerbanog.
There we go.
Kerbanog. That's so funny.
I warned you, the guy with the horns. I told you.
I told you so.
Madison, is this your last?
No,
You have two left as well.
I love that pick.
I
love it.
I was so happy.
Pet and fuckable left.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with pet because, again, I don't think you guys will pick fuckable, the one that I have.
I think Steve should pick Will Turner and just destroy your world.
No, he shouldn't.
Yes.
Actually,
this is my pet, Will Turner.
Will Turner's actually not on my list.
So when I went to see Troy in theaters,
that was the Orlando Bloom period.
I went with my biggest crush of my life was there seeing the movie with me, but we were just friends. Mm-hmm. And have you seen Troy? Mm-hmm. When Orlando Bloom walks in to have sex with Helen of Troy, I guess the way he did something, the way he shut the door with lustful eyes, I literally in my peripheral saw her go, and it being 14, it crushed me because I knew I would never be him. You know what I mean?
I will never be him.
I will never shut a door and do that to anyone. And it I just sank in my theater chair and got so small. And I don't, for some reason, remember that. But anyway.
Hey man, that time you walked in here with those short shorts.
Then shut the podcast studio door.
Shut the studio door.
Woo, Steve.
I was going, whew. Let me go turn the AC back on.
So Madison.
Well, I'm going to go with pet.
Okay.
And you did actually name the pet, but I am going with Toothless.
That's fucking great
pick.
Powerful pet for sure.
I definitely needed some air.
Who's going to control him?
See, I think Toothless is adaptable to where everybody on my team could hop on, hop off, do a little trade-off.
The answer is Damon, though, the Dragon Wrangler.
Also,
right?
there's some interesting personal dynamics on your team, and I think Toothless is. I think it's a good pick for your team because he's that missing heat of everyone could get along because Toothless,
right?
Little gummy guy,
yeah.
But also a Night Fury. Let's not.
Yeah, that's not
too cute.
Dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
I think Wonder Woman is killing it on her own. I think Damon would probably be on Toothless the most.
That's hilarious.
But
I would. He's
Crime
no
Hoodie Damon would love Toothless.
He's no Caraxes, but he'll do.
And I think, Fred and George would be down on the ground.
I forgot you had Fred and George Weasley.
They would be down on the ground, doing the groundwork with, all of their booby traps. And Brienne of Tarth also going at it. Hellboy again. But yeah, I think My team it's like I said, my team is very like
eclectic.
You're gonna get some
Yeah.
cool points votes
Yeah.
for sure.
Toothless. Toothless is my pet. And honestly, I'm struggling with my most fuckable.
I get it. I've got
It's hard.
a plethora.
I'm getting just the most wholesome image of like the Weasley brothers like wrestling around with Toothless, like playing,
Right?
and Hellboy just smoking a cigarette on the side, like kids are great, you know.
That's exactly what I wanted. I'm here for the vibes.
I really think that this odd
Also-
family that you've created really is tied together by Toothless.
It's a strategy of mine because you guys are your teams are so like beefy with magic and wizardry and intelligence, and you guys are gonna be like, oh well, we're gonna beat them, and then you guys are gonna battle each other, get all bruised and broken, and then we're gonna come in and fight, the bruised and broken team. Yeah, that's my tactic. But yeah,
I love it. I love it. Toothless, what a great pick for your team. I'm Kit, I'm sorry. Madison swaying me to her team. Like the addition to Toothless just really ties that team together.
I've got the bunny. Toothless is going down.
You're too OP with the bunny now.
yeah,
All
you're
right.
winning with that bunny.
So my last two, I've got Jester and Pet. I've got a lot of options for Pet that I think deep down there's one choice that I truly want. I think everyone knows what I truly want, but I gotta step up to Chris somehow. So I gotta go with a big gun, and the only way I can go with a big gun is a Pet, because let me be honest, my Jester ain't bringing me any points. So this is the hardest decision I've ever had to
The
make.
pet?
The Pet.
Really?
Yeah.
You
It's
gotta
down
go
to-
power.
It's two characters. Both are powerful. I think one's a little more powerful.
Okay.
And to compete with yours, I feel like I was hoping you would take this one away from me so I wouldn't have to pick it over the other one. But I feel like you also could pick the other one. And I don't know. My pick for Pet.
All I've got left is most fuckable.
Oh, that's right.
So
Well, that's the thing.
So
I was
go for it.
that's the thing. I was hoping
You-
you'd
I'm
pick
not gonna
one,
take
so
your
I
pet
wouldn't.
Yeah,
choice.
nor,
I was
nor
thinking-
can I. I want to hear your
I was hoping-
between the two.
I was hoping you would pick one of them so I wouldn't have to make
Yeah,
the choice.
I get
but,
it.
But yeah, now
Oh.
I'm stuck with this impossible choice. It's a Sophie's choice. Like, which kid do I love most? Right?
That's tough.
And again, if I have any chance at competing with Kit or Madison, I've got to go
You don't.
guns blazing.
don't just take the stress off. You don't.
No, I do. I'm also competitive, Chris.
Well, you can tell us. We can't take either one.
So what I'm struggling with is Caraxes, my big red
Noodly
noodly
boy.
Noodly boy.
I love him so much with his big dumb neck. I love it. But then also, if I want the power, I'd pick Vagar.
Yeah, Vagar would destroy Caraxes.
Vagar would destroy Caraxes, a big, gassy old gal.
Yeah.
Right? And
If you want your team to be like stinky, but like powerful,
Stinky and powerful.
stinky and powerful.
That's the name of your team.
just all the time, like, oh,
All I have-
Vagar.
If nothing else, all I have is my stink. So yeah, I might shock some people. I'm gonna go with Vagar
All right, that's
because
solid.
I'm in it to win it. But oh my gosh, I love my big red noodly boy so much.
Yeah. I get it. That's a tough choice.
He's like cowering
From the
away.
heart.
He's so sad that you didn't choose him.
I'm just gonna have to white fang
the noise that he
Caraxes.
makes, like little clicks.
I'm just gonna have to white fang Caraxes.
Oh.
Go on,
no.
get out of here! Go on, live your life. Get out of here! And he's just like looking back with.
Why'd
the
you
big
say
dumb
that
neck.
like Mark Wahlberg?
Why?
Get out of here.
How was life?
I was doing Schmidt from New Girl.
Oh, okay.
Get out of here! Go on, get out of here!
Nobody
You-
chose Artax
Are you
for
white
obvious
fanging me,
reasons.
Okay, so I'm picking Vagar as the pet. So now we come to my Jester.
I
And
can't wait.
And okay, if you look at my team, I feel like I need a very specific type of Jester, right? I can't just go for a Jester who's haha funny. Tywin Lannister would not stand for that. I need a Jester that really cuts to the bone, that really hits you deep, right? And so that is why for my Jester, I am picking the taunting French guard from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I need someone on the parapet going, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You empty-headed animal. Food through whopper. I fucked on your general direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Amazing.
Go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
There's
On our
no
quest for
argument
the whole
there.
thing, we've already got one. The other guy's funny.
I told them we already got one.
I love that line so much. I told them we've already, and they're in the back one. You've already got one.
What a strange man.
It's been so long since I've watched that movie. I need to rewatch it.
It's a gas. Interesting choice, Steve.
Well
Very
done.
interesting choice.
No argument there.
The bunny is going to kill him instantly.
Hey, he's on a parapet. The bunny's got to get up there
Snap
first.
in the neck immediately.
Fly up there.
The bunny can only reside in that one cave.
That we've seen. We don't know what the bunny does in his spare time.
It is literally the rabbit of Carbonog.
Yeah.
It's not the rabbit of everywhere it happens to wander.
No, they went to Carbonog and recruited the bunny. That's what happened.
I just imagine like this bunny just like standing on its hind legs and just like flexing and just like being so buff.
Yeah. It's like a kangaroo. Gandalf made the bunny.
from Donnie Darko.
Gandalf made the bunny his melon.
Melon.
And they were like,
Melon.
speak friend and enter. That's what the bunny said.
I don't know why this made me think of this, but having the fairy godmother as your mentor would have been fire.
Oh, yeah. That would have been great.
Never mind.
That would have been great.
Bippity boppity boo.
Bippity boppity. Bloop.
All right. So my team is all made up.
Steve's team is complete. Madison, you're most fuckable. You've been agonizing over this.
That's why it's my last, because I've been back and forth. I've changed it throughout this whole episode. And who's in it right now is a valid choice. And I think this person complements my team as well. Like really full circles it. And if the other two choices I don't think would be able to reach to the level that the
it's important that
it's
something
important.
they're able to do.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know. I think this is a pretty solid choice. This person she's a warrior. She's a good leader, but at the end of the day, I am going to sexualize her because she is very fuckable.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. However, I can't surpass the sexy vamps. So Celine from Underworld is my most fuckable choice.
Interesting pick.
It's a wonderful pick. It was an awakening.
Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Underworld fan.
I know. And the first movie's like
Oh, the first one is
quintessential.
Yeah. 1 through 3 are probably the only ones that matter.
Which
We're not
one's
talking
Charles
Rise
Dance in? He's got to be in one of them. I know Bill Nighy's the vampire in the first one.
Yes, that's the first one.
Won't somebody run under a cold tap?
Marcus.
Charles-
Wake Marcus.
I think he's in the third one. Maybe. I don't know. But Celine.
Man, Celine. Okay.
I do revisit those movies every fall. I'm due to watch her again.
I'm a vampire girly. I love vampires, so I watch it all the time.
I love a vampire girly. And I think Celine would work really well with the people that I have currently. My other choice was Elizabeth Swann.
She does get
film 3. Yeah.
She can fight eventually too, right?
Third film, Elizabeth Swann, Captain of the Pirates.
Pirate Queen.
And then my other choice was V from Arcane.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't think she would, I don't know. I think she would have been a good, sneaky, sleuthy person for my team, but I don't think
She's got the
She does.
power fists.
She does, but I have that.
Which is great for you.
Yeah. See, that's why it was so difficult.
I get it.
But yeah, now my team is done.
I've got some choices now. My most fuckable category is wide open, baby. Since I can't have Oberyn Martell, I think it's really between 3 people.
Who is it?
Jareth,
Oh, the Goblin King.
the Goblin King from Labyrinth.
Ooh.
All right.
Have you seen his pants?
Xena Warrior
Bulgy.
Princess. And since you chose Geralt, it reminded me.
Of Yen?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Yennefer of Vengerberg, yep.
And that would give me a third powerful magician.
You're going all magic on your team.
I know.
Well, I've got Achilles
Variety.
and Jaqen. Who does magic.
He does magic, yeah.
And Monkey's not a magician. He just has noodly arms. And then there's the bunny.
Noodly arms.
The bunny's debatable whether there's magic involved. I don't know,
As
man.
yet to be determined.
I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna make Yennefer my companion.
Nice.
She's loyal.
All right.
She can teleport us all over the universe. She can, if she gets really angry, burn this mother down.
She's got
We're
it.
never gonna lose. It's either we win or we all die with Yennefer. You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Dumbledore's beard's a flame.
Whipping it around.
Chill out, woman.
Let me choke up real quick.
Did you set my beard on fire? Yes,
But
I
then
did.
my Wonder Woman comes in with her lasso and just
Makes him tell
Tell me the truth.
tell me the truth.
All right. Well, so Kit, your team currently stands. You have leader Dumbledore, mentor Gandalf the White, warrior Achilles, jester Monkey D. Luffy, hunter Jaqen Hagar, pet the rabbit of Kerbanog. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Kerbanog. Most
Bunny.
fuckable Yennefer of Vengerberg. Madison, your leader is Wonder Woman, mentor is Brienne of Tarth, warrior Daemon Targaryen, jester Fred and George Weasley, hunter is Hellboy, pet is Toothless, most fuckable is Celine from Underworld. And my team is, my leader is Aragorn, mentor is Tywin Lannister, warrior
Aragon
Cora.
something different.
Yeah, that's a dragon. Warrior is Cora. Jester, taunting French guard from Monty Python. Hunter is Mad Eye Moody. Pet is Vagar. And most fuckable is Geralt of Rivia.
Gets me thinking.
Yeah. Well,
How
we're
am
gonna
I
probably
feeling
do
today?
more of these drafts if you enjoyed it. Just try to think up a category, not a category, but like a genre of
genre.
draft. Yeah.
Well,
We did horror villains. Most of the time, most people do movies, which is why I never thought of them fighting. Like it's a 90s movie draft or like a Oscar winner movie draft, or, and so people just vote based on who had the 5 best movies.
I think characters are so much more fun because it's a lot. You
characters are
get
too.
into the character mindset and like you talk about a team and how the team functions. That's more fun to me personally, but we can try a movie. This is my catalog of movies.
Yeah, we could do all different things. Like we have an infinite timeline to try everything, but the character one is fun because there's like a role playing aspect to it where I'm actually thinking about these individual people hanging out that would never hang out.
yeah.
Like my Dumbledore, Gandalf, smoking weed, lovers.
Passing the doobie.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's a great.
who would you want to
image.
sit in a past the
in a smoke circle?
smoke circle? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Mine's
want to be
pretty
before
solid.
Gandalf because he doesn't pass. For
You
sure.
motherfucker.
He shall not. So vote on the winning team. We'll post this on the Streaming Things Pod official Instagram story.
Yeah.
We'll also do Twitter again, and I'll put it on my personal Instagram at least. So, and we'll add up the votes.
Yeah. And
Last time it didn't matter because Steve just crushed on every platform.
Mollywopped.
Yeah. Schmolly.
And
Well,
just so
I'm
everyone knows, these polls are only valid for like a day. So it's like the Monday the episode comes out.
Just so we can get the
Wednesday,
results and then update on the next pod is the
Yeah.
goal. But
Yeah.
so we could leave it open for a week on Twitter or something.
But I do want to thank everybody for voting for absolutely the right horror villain team. I want to thank my parents. I want to thank God. And I
You
want
went there. You went there.
Aslan?
Aslan?
Thank you guys for joining us on our fantasy character draft. I hope you had as much fun as we did. Follow us on all our socials, rate and review the show wherever you're listening to this. Take care of yourselves. Most importantly, drink plenty of water. I've got to go return some videotapes. My name is Kit.
My name's Madison.
I'm Steve.
This was Streaming Things.
Happy streaming.